Hey yo, good evening viewers of the tube. My name is Tyler and welcome to the channel that doesn't mind airing the dirty laundry of the projects, the leaders, and the influencers that are attempting to play retail traders for a fool. Well, let's get the soap and washing machine ready because it's time for Chico Crypto. Talking about the washing machine, I'm sure most of you have heard the news that made waves in March and April, that a majority of crypto trading was fake. First, Bitwise submitted a report hoping to help them get their Bitcoin ETF passed, and it dove into the details of wash trading happening on exchanges across the globe. From their research, they concluded that 95% of crypto trading volume was indeed wash traded and not real volume. Then, just a few weeks later, the Blockchain Transparency Institute released their April market surveillance report, and it went into further detail regarding the state of the operations on exchanges. They found a bit less wash trading, but the overall consensus was the same. Over 90% of crypto trading volume is in the form of wash trading. Today, I don't want to dive into the exchanges that are wash trading, as I've already made a video on that. And if you want to see that video, it's in the description of this video. I want to look at the actual coins that are being wash traded. So let's go through the top 10 coins by volume that have the highest percentages of wash trading happening through these exchanges. A note, this data is from the Blockchain Transparency Institute, and it was taken in early April. The volumes and percentages may be higher or lower today. So let's start with the number 10 coin. That coin is actually the most popular and highest market cap crypto, the granddaddy Bitcoin, and it has 65% of its volume wash traded. In April, Bitcoin had over $4 billion in 24-hour trading volume, while nearly $2.65 billion was wash traded, meaning actual volume was about $1.41 billion. This placing does make sense too, because Bitcoin has been around the longest, so it is traded on every exchange, even the shady ones performing extreme amounts of wash trading. You would think that would make Bitcoin higher up on the list though, but it's listed on actual good exchanges who don't perform wash trading, so that helps keep it lower down on the list. The number 9 coin is one I'm very surprised to see high up on the list, but luckily the inherent features of its protocol keep the wash traders hidden. That is the privacy coin Monero, with about 67% of its volume coming from wash trading. Monero had about $265.5 million in 24-hour volume, with nearly 172 million of that being wash traded. This means they only had just over 85 million in real 24-hour volume. Number 8 is one that has been in the news many times as of late, and I just did a nice expose on how it's being used to manipulate the current Bitcoin price. If you don't know what I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about the granddaddy stablecoin, Tether. Tether has nearly 68% of its volume wash traded. The 24-hour volume for the particular day was just about $3.67 billion, with nearly $2.48 billion of that being wash traded. This means that about $1.19 billion of the volume was actually real. Makes me think the nickname for USDT could actually be the wash dollar. The number 7 coin just inched out Tether for a higher percentage of wash trading, and it comes from China. It's the coin that, in my opinion, helped lead to Neo's downfall. That coin is Ontology. They have just over 68% of their $57 million in 24-hour volume being wash traded. This means that nearly 39 million is being washed, while only just over 18 million is actual volume. What is weird to me about this coin too is Ontology was never an ICO. All tokens were airdropped to the community. How is the wash trade volume so high already from airdrop tokens? Unless some people got some tokens that they are not telling us about. Number 6 is once again a privacy coin, but has been around for a tad bit longer than Monero. That coin is Dash. Dash had just above 69% of its volume wash traded, with over 160 million in that 24-hour volume, of which 110.6 million was wash traded. Only nearly 50 million of Dash's volume was real. But once again, like Monero, these wash traders are hidden from being exposed due to their privacy features. The number 5 coin surprised me that it's this high on the list, and I would have expected it to be closer to Bitcoin since it's an OG crypto that's been around for a while. That coin is the granddaddy of smart contracts, Ethereum. Ethereum has above 73% of its trading volume wash traded. In 24 hours, Ethereum put out about 1.57 billion in 24-hour trading volume. But 1.15 billion of that was wash traded. This means that nearly 424 million of that is actual real volume. At number 4 is a coin looking to compete with Ethereum as being the decentralized world computer, but many have their arguments about its decentralization. That coin is EOS, which has just about 76% of its volume being wash traded. In 24 hours, EOS's volume was above $970 million, but about $735.5 million was wash traded volume. This would put its real volume a tad bit higher than $233.7 million. The number 3 coin is one who has been around the block a time or two. It was created to be the silver to Bitcoin's gold. That coin is Litecoin. Well, Litecoin isn't light on the wash trading, as nearly 78% of its 24-hour volume was wash traded. Litecoin had nearly 1.17 billion in 24-hour volume, and just over 896 million of that was wash traded. Actual volumes for Litecoin was just over $271.8 million. Now we have hit the final 2, and I'm sure some of you are nervous that your favorite coin is the one being manipulated the most. These last 2 are both very, very close. So let's start out with number 2. That coin is Tron. Tron has a whopping almost 85% of its volume being wash traded, which means only 15% is real. 15%. Tron had just over $218.3 million in 24-hour volume, of which 185.1 was wash traded. This means that just above $33 million of its volume was real. All I have to say is yikes. So who is number 1? What coin is the most manipulated coin that has volume worth talking about? Drum roll, please. That coin is Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic has about 85% of its volume fake, just squeaking out Tron by 0.02%. Ethereum Classic had above $150.5 million in 24-hour volume, but $127.6 million of that was fake. This means that actual real volume was $22.8 million. Yikes again. So what does this mean? It means many top coins are actively being manipulated by exchanges and wash traders. Many of these exchanges wash trading have recently popped up, while OG exchanges are pushing to have real volume. For crypto to go anywhere, exchanges need to be actively looking and fighting wash trading of coins, and of course, not doing it themselves. But there is money to be made, so will it go away? Not in a completely free and unregulated market. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.